What's going on, good people? How y'all doing? Hopefully good. Um, I wanted to get on here and talk about the active shooter that's in Midtown New York City around 51st Street. I am a native New Yorker. I currently live in Texas, and it burns me what's going on, and not just New York, but in some parts of the country. People just seem to think that it's all right to terrorize innocent people and just do whatever you feel like doing to people and do them harm. Um, New York, basically in general, does not have self-defense. So, although you have probably one of the, if not the greatest police forces in the world, or even the country, being in NYPD, they can't do it all. They can't do it all. Even here in Texas, as much law enforcement as we have here, as strong as law enforcement presence is, they still can't be everywhere. So the difference is here, you have presence is, they still can't be everywhere. So the difference is here, you have self-defense to the fullest. You pretty much have constitutional carry. So you can carry concealed, open carry, whatever. And they respect carry licenses, permits from every state in the country. So even if you had one by chance in New York and you came here to Texas, yes. So even if you had one by chance in New York and you came here to Texas, yes, you can use it here in Texas. Um, so all of the details and everything on it, I just pretty much got a little blip on my email and I looked into it, and for what I understand so far as I speak right now, he had a long arm firearm, long arm rifle, and he basically shot a police officer and several civilians. And he went into a building, and he was on the 33rd floor last that I saw, and he shot people on the way in there. So it's like this guy's just running around terrorizing stuff for whatever. And you got some weirdos out here that's gonna think that that's a good thing, but it's never a good thing to kill innocent people. It's never a good thing to kill law enforcement. I mean, unless you're just a criminal, then hey, it is what it is. So when they get you, it is what it is too. Understand that. But I don't know about anybody else. I just like to live in peace. I like to live in peace. I like to feel like I can come home and somewhere that's safe and not have to worry about my family safety. But if it comes to it where I have to defend myself or my family, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it to my fullest potential and answer the consequences later, be legally or whatever. But people in New York don't have that option. They really don't. If you're not law enforcement, pretty much you could expect that you can't defend yourself. And that's not a good thing. It's really not a good thing at all. And I don't want to talk politics, but because continuously New York puts people in power that don't care about New York. They don't care about the people at all. You got a governor that don't care about New York at all. I don't know who in the world put her in office. Twice. Actually, the first time was the gimme because she got in there all. I don't know who in the world put her in office. Twice. Actually, the first time was the gimme because she got in there. In there. But you failed. You failed miserably and put her in there. But you failed. You failed miserably and put her in office again. She's in there and she had a stranglehold on New York City. Now, Mayor Adams is not no saint himself, but he's kind of woken up for real, woke up. And he's trying to do what he can to help the city. But unfortunately, You know, his hands are tied. He can't do everything he needs to do. He can only do some. And she has New York in the stranglehold. If anything, she's actually blocking him from doing things. She's blocking law enforcement. She don't want to let them do what they got to do and handle business. Because in acting now, handle business. Because in acting now, I'm gonna not be all boastful about Texas, but there was an active shooter here yesterday. I didn't know about that one. I just found out about that today, actually, when I came in here to tell you about the New York one. So there was an active shooter in Deer Park Mall, which is about, say, about half an hour from where I live at. But I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what happened. I don't know what accordingly. I wouldn't doubt that he was taken out probably by even just regular innocent folk, regular, upstanding, law-abiding citizens. Because here in Texas, we have the right to carry. So if we see somebody doing something like that, you can take them out. I mean, yeah, the police are going to be involved, but if you're there on the scene before the police, you can do something. Whereas in New York, I don't care how many people have seen that guy doing whatever he's doing. Nobody can engage him because most people out there don't have any weapons to just try to protect themselves. So it's sad. It's really sad. I just want people, not just New York, all around the state, all around the country, to start really looking into what these politicians are selling you, what are they offering you. And don't just focus on the president, the governor, or whoever, the senators, congressmen. Those little small races, those small elections, those count too. Actually, they count a lot because it's almost like a small hole that just keeps getting bigger. And if you don't take care of the small hole, the next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna have a flood. So now that's what's going on. You got a flood of mess around the country. In some places more than others. So, of mess around the country. In some places more than others. So, promise you things that they can't give you promises they can't fulfill. So, I mean, I'm not watching New York as closely as I normally used to because I don't live there anymore. But I know the upcoming mayoral election again, and I forgot the guy's name already. The Arab guy, and he seems to have a hell of a lead over everybody. And Cuomo's running too, but I can't tell you who to pick. I can't. Only thing I can tell you is whomever. I can't tell you who to pick. I can't. Only thing I can tell you is whomever you pick, and make sure you know enough about them before you push that button to elect them. Because you got to think about things like, is this mayor really going to take care of my city? Is he going to, uphold the law? Is he going to give law enforcement power to do what they got to do and not, tie their hands on certain things? It's just something to think about, All I know is that he's still on the loose in New York. He's still on the loose, and they haven't caught him as of yet. And be blessed. Actually, before I get off, if you're in the house, hit the like button for me, because the like button will get my video shared out, and I am gonna repost this video on YouTube and Instagram. I don't know if I'll be able to do it on Instagram, but I'm gonna do it on YouTube for sure. I'm gonna repost it on YouTube. On YouTube, my username, my channel is The Inspiration. Zave Catino aka the inspiration. And if you can't figure out how to find me on there, check my bio. I should have it in my bio. If not, let me see. I'm gonna see if I can post it right here in the chat. Try to do it. It's gonna be exactly like how I'm typing right here. That's my YouTube, just pinned it there. That's my YouTube channel. So you type that in and you'll be able to get all of my videos on YouTube. I suggest start with number 1 and work your way forward. I got a lot of content out there of various different things. And hopefully something on there will inspire you, whatever it may be. I cover a lot of different topics, not just current events, or not just, just a little bit of everything. I do a little bit of everything. I even deal with, I don't want to say I deal with religion and politics too much, but there are some instances where I may spark on it, or talk about it like slightly, but I try not to get too involved in it, because a lot of people get caught up in their feelings and they don't want to understand certain things. So it's hard sometimes to go that route, to talk about religion or politics. You gotta just gotta let some things go and let people just figure it out on their own. I have a lot of people that agree with me on a lot of things. I got a lot of people that disagree with me on everything. So those people are friends. Some of them are family members. I can't make someone agree with me, and I can't make someone disagree with me, but I'd rather people be real, whatever the case, because I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I'm not no yes man at all, and it doesn't make me feel any one way or the other if there's people that don't agree with me. So you'll find that I'm definitely different from, the average person out here. I am definitely not someone who agrees with everything that everybody agrees with. I'm not one of these people that say I'm oppressed. I'm not one of these people that says that everything is racist or whatever the case like that. Although I am a member of a certain party politically, doesn't mean that I wouldn't vote for someone of a different party. So I go for who I feel is the best for the job. And when I say that, I also mean that in life. I've been a supervisor before at work, and there were people whom I hired because my boss forced my hand to hire them. I wouldn't have hired them otherwise, because I'm not going to hire you just because you're black or just because you need a job. It don't go like that. Not with me. It's not how it works. I'm hiring who's the best person for the job, who I feel it can fortify the company, as well as we offer them an opportunity. Because what are you doing for us if you're coming here and not, being a aid or a help to the company? I can get anybody over the street that just wants to work. But if you're coming late, if you're calling out, if when you come to work you still don't care about your job, what's the use for you? There is no use. There's no use for you. There's no use. There's no use for you. Anyway, that's my rant. So now I'm definitely done. If you're interested in, hit the like button for me. I'll see you around.